A man accused of sneaking into a woman's bedroom and raping her.
Saw the reflection in the mirror that she had been taking her makeup off in, and saw that it was not in fact her boyfriend, that it was the defendant, who was a complete and total stranger to her.
Police say a critical piece of evidence led to an arrest.
The new technology Border Patrol is rolling out within just days. How the devices will help make their job faster, safer, easier, and more efficient.
And from hospital to housing, the proposed plan that would change the face of Escondido and the roadblocks that are still in the way. But first tonight, a danger to society. That's what a judge called a man today who was accused of sneaking into his neighbor's bedroom, telling her to be quiet, and raping her at knife point.
10 News reporter Lauren Davis was in court as disturbing details of the alleged attack came to light. And Lauren, prosecutors say he took something from the woman that investigators found in his home.
Yeah, investigators allegedly found her underwear and the knife he used in the attack under his mattress. Today, 35-year-old Juan Guzman was before a judge today. We were forced to cover his face. Now, he is accused of going into his neighbor's house on Landis Street 1:40 a.m. Sunday morning. The prosecutor said the 21-year-old victim was sitting on her bedroom floor, taking off her makeup in a t-shirt and underwear, when she heard something and thought it was her boyfriend. That's when she looked up into her mirror and saw the accused rapist behind her, wearing dark clothes, a beanie, and gloves.
He pulled out a knife when the victim turned around. And he started advancing towards her. He put his finger to his lips and told her to shh. He then proceeded to remove the victim's panties and sexually assaulted her.
Guzman, who has a previous assault charge with force likely to cause great bodily injury and was on post-release community supervision at the time, fled the crime scene, and investigators found him at his sober living facility directly next to the victim's house. The victim called 911. Investigators reportedly found Guzman in his bedroom asleep, and under his mattress found the underwear she was wearing and the knife used in the attack. Guzman's family was in court today but did not want to talk to us. We tried talking to the 21-year-old victim's family. They were not there either. He will be back in court on December the 31st. Live in downtown, Lauren Davis, 10 News.
Chilling details, Lauren. Thank you. And a former Yuma, Arizona police officer accused of raping his ex-wife's cousin has been found guilty on 4 counts. Of those counts, jurors decided Jared Elkins was guilty of forcible rape. But the jury also found him not guilty of 4 similar counts. The woman said Elkins raped her at a family gathering in Kensington last year. Elkins will be sentenced in March. The man accused of pulling the trigger when a Navy sailor was killed on the side of the freeway went before a judge today. Edson Acuna pleaded not guilty today. Police say he is the one who shot 21-year-old Curtis Adams on southbound 15 in October after Adams just stopped on the shoulder to help who he thought was stranded on the side of the road. Police quickly arrested Brandon Acuna, but they were still searching for the second suspect. Edson, Brandon's brother, was arrested yesterday in Mexico.
3 people are now behind bars for the kidnapping and murder of 2 Honduran teenagers in Tijuana. According to Baja California prosecutors, 3 Honduran migrants were on their way to the main caravan shelter Saturday night. A witness said 2 men and a woman took the boys. 2 of their bodies were later found. The third, though, escaped. Meanwhile, there are new reports that the violence continues inside the shelters. Investigators say that last night around 9 o'clock, 2 people walking on the street just threw over a can of tear gas into the main migrant shelter. Luckily, no one was hurt. Border Patrol rescued a woman who fell down a steep canyon at Otay Mountain after crossing the border illegally this morning. Agents said they took a man into custody for illegally crossing as well, and he told them that the woman had fallen. The air rescue team was brought in who found the woman. They say that she was going in and out of consciousness at the time. She's now being treated at the hospital. Both the man and the woman are Honduran nationals.
Well, Border Patrol agents say what is in the back of these pickup trucks is the next step in securing the border, and it just reached San Diego. 10 News reporter Mackenzie Maynard went to Otay Mountain with CBP today to see how they work.
San Diego is the second place in the nation to have trucks like these. Border Patrol says they'll be rolling them out in just a couple days.
The looming threat of the migrant caravan still in Tijuana and more people potentially on the way. We need to make sure we're prepared for that as well.
The need is there, according to Border Patrol agents.
We're seeing more people coming this year.
But it's not the need for additional resources that brought these 5 mobile video surveillance systems to San Diego. It's their massive increase in arrests since last year.
Nearly a 90% increase compared to last fiscal year is significant. That's going to get attention. That's going to get resources. That's going to get manpower, infrastructure, technology.
And that's just what they got. With each of the 5 trucks, the agents will be able to see 2 camera displays at all times, the daytime camera and the infrared camera. The mast will be able to be raised up 30 feet, giving agents a clear view they wouldn't otherwise be able to see.
If an individual or group of people is trying to come north or sneak across the international boundary down here just below this ridgeline, I can't physically see it with my own eyes right now.
Now, instead of using agents to search the grounds, they'll be able to rely on the 2 cameras to do that searching for them.
That prevents that agent from having to go down on foot, risk injury to themselves, and check that sensor physically. That could save hours per agent per shift.
The technology in these trucks also beats the technology in the infrared posts at the border. These posts have blind spots. These trucks don't. Border Patrol says these will not replace the border wall, but instead go hand in hand with it. Mackenzie Maynard, 10 News.
Right now, there are 11 trucks between San Diego and the Rio Grande Valley sector in Texas. Border Patrol says they're adding 3 more mobile video surveillance systems, and those will be stationed in Texas.
All right, a reminder tonight that a high surf advisory is still in effect until Friday. Our meteorologist, Angelica Campos, is tracking how big those waves could get.
Yeah, they could be anywhere from 5 to 8 feet, but not until Friday morning. That's when they will peak. In the meantime, they're still impressive enough for many of our 10 News weather watchers to capture some incredible moments. Our surfers are just delighted. This is the time of the year they've been waiting for, even with those chilly temperatures in the low 60s. This is how cold the water is. Right now, the waves averaging between 3 and 8 feet. And as we travel away, it's actually much lower than it was yesterday, but this is actually going to be the most peaceful time out there. The surf will start to increase yet again during the day tomorrow, making its peak by Friday. I'm also monitoring the chance for some showers, and when winter begins, the changes we'll see around the county.
Thank you. A man faces up to life in prison after pleading guilty to shooting his co-worker in Carmel Mountain last year. Police arrested Julio Narvaez on June 20th, 2017, after they say he pulled a gun during an argument at a warehouse and shot Michael Limbag in the face. Police say Limbag managed to run away, but Narvaez gave chase before other co-workers tackled and restrained him. Several charges were dropped against Narvaez and in exchange for his guilty plea.
The man charged with dragging a woman into some bushes in the East Village and sexually assaulting her will go to trial in February. Police arrested Gary Cushenberry after the alleged attack on November the 6th. The woman accusing him says that she had just left a brewery after midnight and was at her car when she was grabbed. She says that she ran back to the brewery when her attacker got up. Police say several tips led them to Cushenberry.
Oceanside police need your help finding the man that you see in these pictures. They say he exposed himself to people walking by the 300 block of North Pacific Street on October 29th. They say later in the day he also exposed himself inside the Discount Dance Supply store on El Camino Real. And that's where these surveillance images came from. If you recognize this man, please call Oceanside Police.
Violent crime is down across San Diego. This is according to the Brennan Center for Justice. It found the city's violent crime rate fell nearly 1% over the past year. Despite that, research shows that overall crime is up nearly 3.5%. This is in contrast to the most other large cities like Los Angeles and New York, where crime fell.
A mother of 3 who disappeared in Tijuana has been found. Jessica Puente was in Tijuana with her daughter, who was undergoing surgery, but when the daughter got out of the hospital room, she says her mother was gone. Her son tells us his mom was found in a different hospital in Tijuana. No word on why she was there.
The post office in Carlsbad, forced to close down after the roof collapsed, is slowly opening its doors again. The post office on Roosevelt Street was hit hard by some heavy rain. Customers were forced to use the La Costa station location while repairs were being made to the roof there in Carlsbad. And people are once again able to pick up packages at that Roosevelt office. But caller service pickup is still at the La Costa station for now until further notice. Bulk mail customers, they're also being asked to continue making drop-offs at La Costa as well.